back to another episode of the You're Not Done Yet podcast. Well, your purpose is just moments away, and I'm here to help you guys get there. All right, y'all. So we are back with another amazing episode of the You're Not Done Yet podcast. So today we're going to be talking about people, places, and things, right? So the reason why we are talking about that this week is because people, places, and things have a lot to do with our purpose, right? So when I speak of people, places, and things, I mean your environment, right? I mean your support system, your friends, and I also mean materialistic things, right? Like what you do for a living, your paycheck, what kind of car you drive, things like that. But the crazy thing is that people, places, and things don't make your purpose. You make your purpose, right? And it's crazy how we are so caught up in society. We're so caught up that we have to have it fast, it has to be microwavable, and we need it now, right? But what if I told you that your purpose doesn't happen in a microwave? Your purpose happens when you decide to surrender and let God do what God does, right? You allow the spirit to take its course. And so, speaking on people, I am a firm believer, and I pray for this every time that I pray, that God will send people or put people in my path who are going to push me into purpose, right? And then I also pray that he removes people that aren't going to push me into my purpose, right? Think about that. So you're asking God to send you people that are going to push you on the right path, push you to where he wants you to go. And then you are going to ask God to remove the people who serve me no purpose, who serve me no good. And people will either make or break you, right? When you allow things to happen in your life, whether it's betrayal, whether it's, a good time, whether it's a bad time, how you handle those experiences will either make or break you. And people 9 times out of 10 have a lot to do with that, right? We can't control our life. We don't know what's going to happen next, but we do know that when something comes to us that we're tested with, how we handle it is going to be the end result of what's going to happen next, right? So with people are put in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, right? But when you are pursuing your purpose, that is something that you have to differentiate for yourself, right? God can give you the signs. God can say, well, I'm trying to tell you he or she is only here for a season. And you still allow them to be there longer than the season, right? And you wonder why things aren't going well. You wonder why your life is in shambles, or you wonder why you're carrying so much weight that doesn't even belong to you. Think about it. We sit around here and we allow people to stay in our lives that are only meant to be here for a month, 2 weeks, or even a day, right? And we get upset about the lessons that we learned after God was telling us, like, hey, you need to let them go. You need to be done with it. You need to let that person go. But it's like, no, God, like, I trust this person. I want this person to be around. But he's telling you, like, no, he has to go. She has to go, right? And that goes for relationships and friendships. And even if you could be friends with somebody that you were friends with since elementary school, middle school, whatever, and now you're at a point in your life where you're just like, well, dog, like, me and that person are like the same things. We're definitely on 2 different levels, but I don't know how to walk away from, that friendship, right? Allow God to remove, right? And then when that person that he is going to get ready to send you becomes the best friend that you needed since you were like 12, you will see why he started to distance you from that person, or you start to distance yourself from those people or that person, right? And don't be afraid of distance. Don't be afraid of elevating, and don't be afraid of growing. And the thing is, like they say, like, when you try to make it to the top, you can't take everybody with you, right? But you have to know that when you make that decision to surrender and follow your purpose, everybody is not meant to go with you. People are going to make you feel bad. They're going to make you feel guilty for why you didn't take them with you. But it's just like, it's not my job to take you with me, right? Maybe I can help you and guide you and mold you and motivate you to keep moving and keep going towards your purpose and your goals. But as for me, I know what I was called to do, right? I know that at this moment in my life that you aren't meant to be here, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with letting people go to pursue your purpose. Okay? You have to be okay with letting people go to pursue your purpose. Now let's talk about places. So I am a firm believer that your gift will make room for you, right? I am a firm believer that everything that you want to do, that you will do, starts with you, right? Your purpose is meant to take you places, right? But your purpose isn't just like, oh, I've been to New York, I've been to Africa, whatever the case may be. Like, yeah, it's purposeful, but how did it help you in your purpose, right? What is you saying that, oh, I've traveled all across the world? What is that doing for your purpose, right? But when I think of places, I think of stages, right? I think of the stages that I want to be on to tell my story, to tell where I've been and what I've gone through to help the next person. So even if that place is just being in my hometown, right, and doing different speaking engagements here, or even if that place is me going to rural parts of the world and ministering to young women and young ladies there, I'm okay with that, right? Your gift is going to take you places. Your purpose is going to take you places that you're meant to be in. It's going to put you in those rooms that you are meant to be in, but you have to surrender, right? Places don't make you. Places don't put value on you. And it's a great thing when you see your friends or you see your colleagues or your classmates traveling places and walking in their purpose. And it's like, oh my God, like, why can't that be me? Why can't I be there? Because maybe you aren't meant to be in that place right now. Maybe God doesn't even want you in that place, right? But we still are so concerned about what we see on Instagram and on Facebook, and we don't even know what it took for them to get to that place, right? We don't know how many times they had to get down and pray on their knees and close the door. We don't know how many times they were up early in the mornings crying and praying like, God, give me a sign. We don't know how bad they had to bust their butt for them to get there. Right? We don't know that, right? But God puts people in certain places for certain reasons, right? And just think that you are in the place you are in right now. And even though it may be uncomfortable and even though you may not like it, you're in that place for a reason, right? Take the place where you are right now as a lesson. Take it as something that you can learn from, right? How is it that me being in this place is going to help me be a better person, right? How is it that me being in this place is going to help me pursue my purpose and help me reach the things that I'm designed to do, right? There's always a lesson in everything. And I am a firm believer that every place has a lesson and a blessing, right? But it's how you look at that lesson, which is going to make you figure out, okay, God, well, how was I blessed in this, right? How did you bless me in this? How did you take the time to make me want to see what the blessing is, right? And just think of all the places that you will go, right? And don't think of it as a race. Take your time, slow it down, right? See what it is that you are supposed to be learning in that place. Don't rush. Don't rush. And I'm a testament to myself. I am, like I've always said, like, I'm a fast-paced person. Like, I want it when I want it. It needs to be done now. And just looking, in my professional career, I am thankful that I have been able to be in places where, someone was able to teach me and mold me into the professional that I am today, right? Because if I would have given up, or if I would have just thrown the towel at my first job, I wouldn't be in the position that I am in my career now, to where people are asking me for, advice, or how do we do this and how do we do that, because I took the time to learn, right? And I know we are in this world where, entrepreneurship is such a glamorous thing, but think about it as if What if you're not meant to be in that place of entrepreneurship right now, right? What if God is trying to teach you something at your job that if you just lean into it and you listen and you get it, he's going to be like, all right, bet. Like, all right, she listens to me. He listens to me. Now I can release her from the job so she can go work on the business. So she can go put her best foot forward. And I feel like that's the thing. We are so in a hurry to do things, right? We're such in a hurry to move, to drive, to do everything besides what we are called to do, right? Your purpose is special. You're special, right? Your purpose is going to be everything that you allow it to be, but you have to surrender to it, right? You have to surrender to the people that God wants to throw at you, wants to put with you, and wants to get with you. You have to surrender to that. And as far as places, you have to be willing to let him guide your feet, right? You have to be willing to allow God to guide you in those rooms and guide you in those places to where even if you don't see why you're there, he knows the reason why you're there, right? He knows the reason why you are where you are. Don't shy away from that. And I know most of the times we're always like looking for answers. God, send me a sign, send me a sign. Trust me, because I am the same way. I am in a moment in my life where I'm just like, Lord, I just need a sign. If you gave me the sign today, I know what my next steps are. And that's why God has not sent me the sign yet. And I'm okay with that. You know, but you just get so frustrated and so impatient because it's like, God, I want to get out of this place. I want to get out of this place. But he's saying, my son, my daughter, you are in this place for a reason. But I need you to lean into that. I need you to really see and understand what I'm saying. You gotta understand where I'm coming from. You have to. And now let's talk about things, right? Now, things tend to add value to a person, right? So whether you got the fancy Benz or the fancy Beamer or the 6-bedroom house or the state-of-the-art appliances, or whether you got a nanny or you have lawn people, whatever the case may be, right? But what is having all of those things attributing to your purpose? Right? And my whole thing is, this is me. I love the fact that you can go get you a big house. I love the fact that you can go get you a big car. I am a lover of nice things, right? But what are those nice things doing to help me in my purpose? Right? Now, I'm not gonna lie. I love getting my hair done. I love getting my nails done. I'm a girl's girl, right? And sometimes I do get in those modes and I say, well, girl, what is getting your hair done? What is getting your nails done doing for your purpose, right? And this is just a personal opinion. When I get my hair done and I get my nails done, y'all, I feel like a whole new person, okay? I feel so confident. I feel so bold. And I feel so ready to take on the world. And that when I get into these little moments where I'm in between, my self-care, I'm like, oh my God, right? But it's in those moments that I relearn how to be comfortable with myself when I don't feel or look my best, right? And so things do have a way of making you feel like your best self, right? But what if you were stripped of all those things, right? What if you were stripped of everything, the name brands, the designer, the house, the cars, the clothes? Would you still want to pursue your purpose even if it didn't come with all of that? Are you still willing to surrender, everything that you have, even if the things were taken away from you, right? And we have to look at the way that, people who are less fortunate than us praise God, right? And we get so complacent, and then we get so, what's the word, y'all? So privileged, right? That God is supposed to give me that. God is supposed to do that. No, not really. The Bible said all God got to do is love you and forgive you. And everything else that he gives you in the midst of his love and forgiveness, that's a blessing. So why do we feel like we need things to impress people, right? And I guess the biggest impression that I want to make is with God. I want God to look at me and say, I love how you pursue your purpose day in and day out. I love how you surrender yourself to me day in and day out. Now, are you hard-headed? Yes. But the fact that you know that if anything, I got your back. If anything, you know that I love you 100%, right? And so when I give you these things, it's a testament of my love for you, right? It's a testament of your faith. It's a testament of your surrendering to me, right? But we don't see it that way. We see things as we are meant to have those things. And we are. We're meant to have nice things, right? We're meant to be able to brag a little bit. But at the same time, what is you bragging gonna help you in your purpose? How is you bragging about what you have gonna help somebody in their purpose, right? And everyone loves to tell their rags to riches story, which is cool. I am a fan of that. And prayerfully that your rag to riches story does help someone. It does let someone say like, oh my God, well, she can do it, I can do it too, right? And I just love a humble spirit, right? And I feel like people, places, and things tend to humble us because we look at where we came from to where we are now, and it's just like, well, I know I wouldn't have made it this far without God, right? I know I wouldn't have been able to make it this far without God. So allow people, places, and things to put you on the right path, right? Allow it to guide you down the road that was destined for you, that was ordained for you, and something that you will never forget, right? Allow people, places, and things put you in the right mindset. Allow it to humble you and ask God, how do you expect for me to have these people get to these places, and what things do you have in store for me, right? Your purpose is always and going to forever be one of the best journeys you ever take in your life, right? But the people, places, and things are a big part of that. And you got to be mindful of that, right? You got to be mindful that God is going to bless you with the people. He's going to take you to the places, and he's going to bless you with the things that you need, right? And it's okay to be able to go get the things that you want. Go for it. But the things that you need, he's going to provide. Hands down. All right, you guys, that has been another amazing episode of the You're Not Done Yet podcast. And this week is all about people, places, and things. I pray that you were able to get something out of this episode this week. And if you did, make sure you go like us on Facebook. Make sure you're following us on Instagram at the You're Not Done Yet the You're Not Done Yet pod. And most of all, that you're following your host, that is Andrea B. And if you are listening to me, I do go live on my page every Thursday at 9 p.m. And this week we are talking to Miss Brianna Rogers of Breathe Safe about content and entrepreneurship. So I hope to see you guys there. But until next week, this has been another amazing episode of the You're Not Done Yet podcast, where your purpose is just moments away. And I'm here to help you get there. Until next week. Bye, y'all.